Yeah, what's good? Today I'm going to go through my optimal settings for both Black Ops 6 and Warzone. These should be best for both movement and also performance and FPS. If there's anything in here that's personal preference, I will say while I go through it. And same goes with some graphic settings and binds, that sort of stuff. First of all, I play on controller. I play default. I don't play stick and move or whatever you want to call it. Now I play quite a high sense, that's 1313, mainly because of snipers and the snipers only. I find on lower senses it's so difficult to control the scopes, so I just play on a high sense to counteract it. All this is off, same with vibration. And on my dead zone input, I play 970 on the left stick, and I play 900 on the right stick. And I have a lower right trigger than left trigger, because when you like shoot, I want to have it shoot as quickly as possible when I press the right trigger down. I have no sense multiplier on at all, that's all default. I play on gradual transition timing. I'll try instant, and I just prefer gradual. And I play on a dynamic input curve. I have the custom sense per zoom on, but it's all just default, nothing's been changed. I just have it on, I don't know why I just do. Aim assist obviously on. If you have it off, fairs man. Movement, I have tack sprint assist on, no manslip assist, no crouch assist, and I have corner slicing on. That's like when you go to a corner and you start like leaning. I also have tap to slide on, and I also have slide maintain sprint and sprint restore on as well. I'm pretty sure all of combat is pretty default. If you want to copy them quickly, just pause and copy them, man. For graphic settings, I'll play on full screen. Make sure you have some full screen, please don't be playing windowed, it adds a bit of delay. And I'll play on 240Hz. Please also make sure that you're running the correct refresh rate. There are so many people who don't realise their monitor is actually better than it actually is. So please make sure you run 240 if you have a 240Hz, 144, 144Hz, etc. The default aspect and default res. If you are struggling with FPS though, maybe lower your resolution down to like 720p or 900p. It might help a little bit. It will make the game look awful, and you will like start feeling tired because you can like see all the pixels, but it's worth it. My game was on 2.2. I can't remember if it's default or not. I'll keep on 2.2. My brightness is on the default setting of 50, and I use just on low latency. I don't like putting on boost. I've had just on for so long, and it works fine for me, so I just run that. VSync off. Never run VSync. Rule number 1 of life. Frame rate limit is on unlimited. You can run a limit if you have a lower refresh rate, if you run something like 120, 144. But because I run 240 and the limit in this game is only set to 300. These settings here, no idea what this really does, but if you want to copy them, go ahead. And I do not use any of the HDR settings, I just don't really like them at all. Into the quality tab, I use DLSS. I've seen some people use Fidelity Casts, but I've tried them both and they don't really make a difference to me, so I just run this. Texture resolution, very low. Now a lot of people do use low, but with the very low you just get the extra like gain in FPS. The game does look diabolical, but I think it's worth it if you, especially if you're struggling to get a little bit of extra performance out. Texture filter low, depth of field off, detail quality low, particle res very low, bullet impacts and persistent effects on off, shader quality low. On-demand texture streaming I haven't optimized, and my local texture streaming quality is on low. Shadow quality normal, screen space shadows low, occlusion and screen space lighting on low, screen space reflections off, static reflection quality on low, and my tessellations on near, volumetric quality low, physics quality low, water grid volume quality low, water quality on off. If we go to view settings, I don't use the motion reduction preset, but I do play on quite a low FOV I think, so I play on 103. I know a lot of people like to play on like high FOV, mainly because it makes you feel like you're moving faster, but I feel like with that much of an FOV, like you see too much, so it actually becomes not beneficial to run it. So I think 103 is a good balance point. My ADS field of view is affected, and I'm playing on wide weapon field of view. I have a world and weapon blur off. Make sure as well your first and third person movements are on least, and I play inverted flashbang off. Mainly because I've just been so used to it for so long, I don't want to just like see a black screen because I feel like my game has crashed rather than me being flashbanged. On audio, I use quite a low master gain volume. I only use about 30 because I feel like the game's really loud, and sometimes when a game's so loud it's actually like quite distracting. I don't use the enhanced headphone mode. I don't really know if it does anything, to be honest, and it says it impacts it at a medium level, so no point. Headphones on my audio mix, mainly because it makes the lows much louder, so you can hear footsteps easier. And then on my hit marker preset, I use default rather than classic. The classic hit marker kind of sounds more like Black Ops 4 than 1, 2 or 3. So I just use default because it just sounds nicer to me. The voice chat volume, I have it completely off. There's a bug at the moment in Warzone where regardless of where you're on the map, you can hear everyone's voice chat. So I have it on 0 because it was really irritating me. Please, this is the biggest setting you need to change. Please make sure your microphone mode is on push to talk. And if you need to talk to a mate in game chat, you can change what like game channel you're in, so you're not in the game chat talking to your mate. You can go on party chat only. Please run that, because the amount of times I've gone to a lobby and I hear 2 people having a conversation and I don't really care about it, it's unbelievable, and I just don't really want to mute you. Something I recommend you definitely do is go to readability and into color customization, go down to color filter and make sure you run filter 2. Now I run it at 100 strength. Now you can tell the colors here are definitely quite vibrant. Now if I go back to the default setting, you can tell that they definitely lose a lot of their vibrancy, especially the red and the yellow here. So I like to use it, you know, it makes the game pop more, brighter colors, more stimulus, you know, locked in. And lastly, go to crosshair, and now I use center dot. However, this is where you can change your crosshair color, that sort of stuff. When you see people using like green crosshairs, blue crosshairs, that sort of stuff, this is where they go. And you can change, you know, you set a hex code for a crosshair if you've got to copy it from Valorant or CS or something. Yeah, thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to save this video because there's a bug at the moment where settings get reset, so don't forget them all. Thanks for watching.